Hello everyone, my objective in today's video is to persuade you to watch a show that I think is more than worth your time. By the end of this video you'll be thinking one or two things. Either Lee is a nerd and he needs to get over his obsession with an anime, or he brought up some good points. I might give this show a chance. Regardless, and without spoilers, let's talk about Shingeki no Kyojin. Now that Attack on Titan is over, I really want to talk about it. I'm still coming to terms with the greatness of it all, but let me bring you back 3 years and put it into context. Before this show, I had never watched an anime. For me, anime was like Pokemon as a kid. But 3 years ago, for many reasons, I needed a show that could lift the veil of the cruel world we live in and creatively show it in an all-encompassing, epic story. Lo and behold, a good friend turned to me at the time and said, "Lee, watch Attack on Titan. It's pretty good." Now, there was a bit of kickback, I was like, mate, I'm not going to watch an anime, mate. I'm cool. I don't do that. However, I respected his opinion on media and films, so I put that first episode on and I was like, oh, that's kind of dark. That's kind of brutal. That's kind of good. Now, I'm going to break it down to you season by season, how you'll be feeling, without spoilers of course. But before I do that, let me use facts and figures to show you how doable this is for yourself. In total, there is 89 episodes you need to watch. The last 2 episodes are an hour and 24 minutes. Every other episode, 20 minutes. Nice and easy. Now, you could include to this the OVAs, which are a total of 8 episodes, but they're not essential. Think of them like sides to the main. So excluding them, all you got to do is dedicate your heart to 31 hours and 40 minutes. That's mind-boggling to me. So worth it. Before the last 2 episodes came out, I'd already watched the show 5 times. Shinzo Sasayo! Wait, don't click off the video. I know that was a bit much, but just hear me out. This is how it will feel along your journey. Season 1. You'll be introduced into a dystopian world of doom and despair. A lot of the characters are going to be established, and you'll also be ever questioning the mystery of this world. Furthermore, the animation and action sequences are really entertaining. Season 2. Other characters get development. Twists and turns take place while seeing some of the most brutal deaths a human could go through. All the while, there is still a vague mystery of the world. And you might want to stop watching at this point, because you just want the answers. But please, exercise restraint. You're not ready for the answers, mate. Season 3. Answers. I told you wasn't ready. You look back on the first 2 seasons like it was all in front of me, I just couldn't see it. By the end of this season, you'll be in shock. At this point, I was more than sold. I was a fan for life. Side note, epic climax and battles in season 3. Now you're locked in to season 4. Season 4 is a roller coaster of emotions. It's split into 2 parts. Imagine raising the bar, bending the bar, and then goddamn eating the bar. Season 4 part 1 has my favourite build-up of tension and suspense, and you start to understand the gravity of the situation that's occurring. Season 4 part 2, 12 episodes. Every single one is a banger. You're really in peak fiction right now, buddy. Bring a helmet because it's going to blow your goddamn head off. Countless moments of jaw-dropping or bomba clat. Me for them want them pagans to understand the satisfaction, man. Sorry, it's just, I'm passionate. I'm not going to say anything about the last 2 episodes. At this point, I don't need to. What I will say is that when a show this big does come to an end, it can often be divisive amongst fans, because we've all been with the characters for so long at this point, everyone's grown attached, and we all have our own precognitions about what we want our perfect ending to be. But for me, personally, without a shadow of a doubt, it lived up to expectation. This is a story that knew where it was going from the very first episode. Hajime Izuyama, the writer, is a certified genius in my books. And apparently I read he come up with this story in a very dark period of his life. and you can tell. It really does question the morality of human existence itself. Now, do you watch the show in Japanese or English? Sub or dub? Me personally, I'd go for the Japanese subtitles. It is up to you, but I just think it's a lot more authentic, and one of the actors actually broke his voice box during a scene, which is badass. Also, Hiroyuki Swanano and Kota Yamamoto. I've got to mention them. They're the composers of the soundtrack. If you ever need running music or gym music, trust me, they can unlock a beast inside you that you didn't even know you had. For the last 3 years, I've been in the top 3% of their listeners, consistently. I have Attack on Titan socks. I have an Attack on Titan cape. I have every single season on Blu-ray. And there's a lot more I want. If I ever find a girlfriend one day, she's not marrying me until she's watched every single episode. I know my worth, okay? That's enough now. I've definitely said enough. If you haven't watched this show, let me know. If you have watched this show, let me know. If you like the video, good for you. Subscribe.